Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes, and we say hello to you this morning from the beautiful studios of Pittsfield's Community Radio, 89.7 FM, WTBR, and 88.1 in Lee, just WSBR. Good morning, Farmer.
Good morning, Kevin, and good morning to all our faithful Sunday morning listeners. I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope you enjoy our show today.
I do too, Farmer.
As you should every week.
As I should every week.
Right. We work very hard at putting the best music forward we can.
We do. We play the Rum Jacks for you this week. We prepared for them. We prepared for Celtic Thunder and Michael McGoldrick, and my favorite, the UCD Choral Scholars. How about you, Farmer?
Well, I'm going to go all about the place today with some Christy Moore, some Irish Rovers, and you too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we'll be starting off today's show with Josh Buckley and Bernard Butler.
Flower tattoos are infected. There's sunbathing in the rain. In a world where love is lost and loners, I'm on a quest to find love again. I have 7 red rose tattoos, 7 years of a lost childhood. In a world where love is lost and loners, I'm on a quest to find love again. Silkworms born in a black velvet fur crystallize then disappear. I am overcome with slumber, till I wake to shed my skin. I have 7 red rose tattoos burning inside and afraid. In a world where love is lost and loners, I'm on a quest to find love again. I'm on a quest to find love again. Build a matchstick temple, monument to all this pain. Set our homes on fire, watch my memories fall away. I have 7 red tree. I'm on a quest to find love again. I'm on a quest to find love again. I'm on a quest to find love again.
Ye Jacobites by name, London here, ye Jacobites by name, London here. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I must blame. You shall hear, you shall hear, your doctrines I must blame. You shall hear what is right and what is wrong by the law, by the law. What is right and what is wrong by the law? What is right and what is wrong? A short sword and a long, a weak arm and a strong, for to draw, for to draw. A weak arm and a strong, for to draw. What makes heroic strife? Fame the far, fame the far. What makes heroic strife? Fame the far. What makes heroic strife to end this husband's life, or hunt a parent's life? Bloody war, or hunt a parent's life with bloody war. Then leave your skins, then leave your skins alone in the state. Then leave your skins alone in the state. Then leave your skins alone, adore to rising suns. Then leave a man his fate to his fate, and leave a man alone to his fate. Ye Jacobites by name, London here, London here. Ye Jacobites by name, London here. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I must blame. You shall hear, you shall hear, your doctrines I must blame. You shall hear what makes heroic strife? Fame the far, fame the far. What makes heroic strife? Fame the far. What makes heroic strife to end this assassin's life, or hunt a parent's life with bloody war, or hunt a parent's life with bloody war.
Og Nyland folk har med pipa, han er med i appen lenge. Der og lommer og ham og ved, hvis jeg er stiv, så kan jeg være. Det kjenner de da for, det kjenner de da bedre har de. Det kjenner de da for, når det skjer bare til i hella. Shana ganni, shana mokki, shana julen lammen. Smara på det target den da får, keep it up on stone water. Karma in when I'm a fox, cheer my bridge, I can't remember. Jadu chilam, she's got fun. It's your gun part of the sun gown. Ida here, the tigara, the frisch, the stuff. The gun you do, you're a shinner core. I've a sick call, the shut come my dear. It's your money, the fall, it's your need, the weather watching. It's your money, the fall. Now the ship was a dear yalla. I hear it all here, the thing I got on the bridge, not the hatter. Now you will join a hedge in the sky. Now you've
Neil Sheinala from Mairead and Triona O'Donnell with the inevitable O'Donnell Looney, basically meaning I can't get my act together. Is the name of the song.
Oh.
Cheerfully.
Cheerfully.
And then up there we heard a different version, a shorter version, emphasizing different language from Varro with the Ye Jacobites by Name tune, which we play frequently on this show, but we've never played the version by Varro, so that was good to hear that. And before that, we heard from Josh Buckley, who's a woman, I should say, and Bernard Butler with 7 Rose Tattoos. And that's from the album For All the Days That Tear Our Heart.
Huh.
Very dramatic title, don't you think?
Yeah.
So I just want to mention, and I'll mention it again, that Saturday is the championship fesh that we're having for the Breffni School of Irish Dance. It'll take place at St. Mark's School on the extension there behind the church, beginning at noonish. If you it's too late if you want to participate, but if you want to contribute or others help out with the setting up and the taking down, of which there is a considerable task, give me a call at 413-770-7512. You also might want to stop by the dance studio that we have now in the Allendale Shopping Center there where Joanne's Fabrics used to be.
Yes.
So that's where we're there.
Actually, you're in the building with the Armed Forces used to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have demountable walls. Demountable. I've been practicing all week to say that. Demountable walls means we can take them down and put them back up depending on our needs.
Yes.
So, having said that, so I went up to the office and got the Irish paintings that were up there to bring down there, and so we'll go from there.
There you go.
So you're going to play something for us, Farmer?
Yeah, I'm going to start off with the Irish Rovers.
Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Oh, my father was an Ulster man, proud Protestant was he. My mother was a Catholic girl from County Cork was she. They were married in 2 churches, lived happily enough, until the day that I was born and things got rather tough. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Baptized by Father Eiley, I was rushed away by car to be made a little orange man, me father's shining star. I was christened David Anthony, but still in spite of that, to my father I was William, while my mother called me Pat. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. With mother every Sunday to Mass I'd proudly stroll. Then after that the Orange Lodge would try to save my soul. For both sides tried to claim me, but I was smart because I'd play the flute or play the harp, depending where I was. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. One day me ma's relations came round to visit me, just as my father's kinfolk were all sitting down to tea. We tried to smooth things over, but they all began to fight, and me being strictly neutral, I bashed everyone in sight. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Now my parents never could agree about my type of school. My learning was all done at home, that's why I'm such a fool. They both passed on, God rest them, but left me caught between that awful colour problem of the orange and the green. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Yes, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green.
maybe I'm right and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't go singing this song. But a jury decided, and you may as well, that a fella like me should be roasting in hell. For his name was O'Rourke, and he had a terrible passion for work. Oh, in miles in space, he took all he could see, though he never was greedy, he gave it to me. With a yuck-kai, yuck till I fall, yuck-kai, yuck till I die. One day after work, I went round for a smoke. The door burst open, and there stood O'Rourke. Insulted me more, and that was far worse. When he jumped on my throat and it gave me a fright, I was quick on my feet, though, and stepped to the right. Well, there was nothing to stop him, this terrible man, till he landed on top with his head in the pan. With a yuck-kai, yuck till I fall, yuck-kai, yuck till I die. Well, I was trembling with fear as the CT above. I looked down and saw that his clothes were all mud. But I knew it was certain to upset his wife, for they'd never been dirty a day in his life. He would have to be cleaned up before he went home, or else he could never have faced this sweet day. 'Cause it was that his clothes was the worst of his plight, for his head was still stuck there, a terrible sight. With a yuck-kai, yuck till I fall, yuck-kai, yuck till I die. Oh, I looked down upon him and buckled my belt. You never could feel the compassion I felt. I'll wash all his clothes with the words that I said. I can, while I'm about it, I'll wash the man's head. For the man to come round, that'll pull on the lever and let me drop down. And I'll pray for O'Rourke, I said give me a tug, but I'll hang me tomorrow for pulling the plug. With a yuck-kai, yuck till I fall, yuck-kai, yuck till I die. Yuck-kai, yuck till I fall, yuck-kai, yuck till I die.
Is fading as I gently kneel and say an Ave for my mother as her spirit slips away, away to join my Father and to share eternity. We call them kindred spirits, now they will forever be. As fondly we remember the old house they filled with love, how even through the hard times they were close as close could be, just like the kindred spirits they will forever be. Their love was as deep as the ocean, flying higher than eagles would dare, as strong as the mountains in Donegal, as soft as a morning in Clare. I can see her in the kitchen, I can smell the baking bread, I can hear my father singing as he tucked us into bed. They shared the load together, they were proud as proud could be, and now those kindred spirits will share eternity. They were proud as proud could be. They were always kindred spirits, and they will forever be. For now those kindred spirits will share eternity.
There's a great voice of Celtic Thunder, which you're all familiar with if you've ever been to an Irish festival. They attended those regularly. Mm-hmm. And before that, you heard from the Rumjacks with a rousing version, I thought, of the new tune was The Foreman O'Rourke. Huh. From their Preserve Us album. And you got us first, Farmer.
I did. I started this one off with The Orange and the Green by the Irish Rovers. And that came off their 50-year collection album. Mm. That's got a lot of good songs on it, though.
I guess.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So are you going to play us our next song, too, Farmer?
I am. It's going to be Kirsty Moore.
Kirsty Moore.
Kirsty Moore.
Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind being bent on rambling to Ireland's Isle did fly. I stepped on board of a vision and I followed where a will, and I shortly came to anchor at the cross of Spansel Hill. And delighted by the novelty, enchanted by the scene, wherein my early boyhood so often I had been. I thought I heard a murmur, and I think that I hear it still. It's the little stream of water that flows down Spansel Hill. To amuse a passing fancy, I lay down on the ground, where all my school companions and they shortly gathered round. When we were home returning, oh, we danced with right goodwill to Martin Moylan's music at the cross of Spancel Hill. It being on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters in crowds assembled there, the young, the old, the brave and the bold, they came to sport and to kill. There were curious combinations at the cross of Spancel Hill. Then I went to see me old neighbours to hear what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, and the young ones turning grey. I met with the tailor quickly, he's as brave as ever still. Sure, he used to mend my breeches when I lived in Spancel Hill. Then I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's white as any lily, she's gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, said, Johnny, I love you still. Oh, she's Mac, the ranger's daughter, she's the pride of Spancel Hill. I dreamt I stooped and kissed her as in the days of yore. She said, Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the time before. And the cock, it crew in the morning, oh, it crew both loud and shrill. And I woke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill.
Pulling double duty. The UCD choral scholars, so they are. But before we run off to hear Derek Warfield in his version of Fighting Tom Sweeney, this little bit of Irish history. On October 1st, Daniel O'Connell held what would be the last of his, quote, monster meetings in Mullamast, County Kildare. These were enormous rallies held all over Ireland aimed at solidifying support for repeal of the Union of Great Britain and Ireland. The largest was in Tara, County Meath, traditionally the seat of the High Kings of Ireland, on the 15th of August, 1843, which was also the feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which added an extra level of significance. Estimates were at the time between 750,000 and 1 million people attended in 1843. This is during the height of the famine. So the meeting in Mullinast drew about 500,000 people. The site was that of a historic event that loomed large for the Catholics of Kildare and Ireland as a whole. The Nation newspaper wrote, Mullinast has been selected for this great meeting as the scene of a massacre atrocious even for the Saxon. The Earl of Sussex, shortly after the Reformation, having invited 400 chieftains to Leinster to a conference on this hill, murdered them all in cold blood. At the event, O'Connell was presented with a cap of liberty of green velvet and gold created by the sculptor John Hogan and the historical author Henry McManus. Addressing the crowd, the charismatic leader said, quote, I accept with the greatest alacrity the high honor you have done me in calling me to the chair of this majestic meeting. I feel more honored than I have ever did in my life, with one single exception, and that related to, if possible, an equally majestic meeting at Tara. I am leaving England to the English, Scotland to the Scots. We must have Ireland for the Irish. Stand by me, join with me. I will say, be obedient to me, and Ireland shall be free. So says Daniel O'Connell, on his last monster meeting on the 3rd of October, 1843. So we're going with number 3, Farmer.
No, you get number 2 set.
Number 2.
Yeah, no, over the right side.
Number 11.
Well, I am a modern hero, my name is Paddy Carney. Not long ago I landed from the bogs of sweet Killarney. I used to cry out so fat because that was my trade, sir, till I listed for a soldier boy with Corcoran's brigade, sir, for to fight for Uncle Sam. He'll lead us on to glory, ho, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, to save the stripes and stars. For once in our regimentals, me mind indeed bewilder. I bid goodbye to Biddy dear and all the darling childer. What was I the Irish volunteers, the devil I one afraid is, because we've got the soldier boy of McClellan for to lead us, for to fight for Uncle Sam. He'll lead us on to glory, ho, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, to save the stripes and stars. We soon got into battle, we made a charge of bayonets. The rebel blackguards soon gave way, they fell as thick as peanuts. Och, on the slaughter that we made, with it was delighting. For the Irish lads in action are the devil's boys for fighting. They'll fight for Uncle Sam. He'll lead us on to glory, ho, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, to save the stripes and stars. until the south comes back again beneath the starry banner. And if John Bull should interfere, he'd suffer for it truly, for soon the Irish volunteers would give him Bally Hooly. They'll fight for Uncle Sam, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, to save the stripes and stars. And now before I end my song, this free advice I'll tender: we soon will use the rebels up and make them all surrender. And once again the stars and stripes will to the breeze be swelling, if Uncle Abe will give us back our darling boy McClellan. We'll follow little Mac, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, to save the stripes and stars. He'll lead us on to glory, ho, he'll lead us on to glory, ho, to save the stripes and stars.
One very pleasant summer's morning, when everything was bright and gay, the birds sang out their notes so charming, and I myself was as glad as they. I dressed myself in me Sunday suit, washed me face and combed me hair, greased me brogues and sallied forth for to spend the day at Carmen Fair. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. When I arrived at the town of Carmen, crowds of people thronged the street. Some were dressed in silk and satin, some wore big brogues upon their feet. Some had hankies round their heads, with their feet and legs completely bare. Such a comical sight as you ever did see, as I saw that day at Carmen Fair. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. As I was passing them by in masses, examining them as I went along, looking at the fancy dresses, I spied a maid among the throng. Her smile was sweet, her figure neat, and grand was the dress that she did wear. I thought there was no one there that day to compare with her at Carmen Fair. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. I invited her in to have a trait, and she agreed without a frown. So off we went with one consent to an alehouse up in Carmen Town. I called for a pint of good strong sherry, and down in the snug we went and sat. Us two became both light and merry, and I counted myself a lucky brat. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. Whack fall the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack fall the toor-a-loor, lay. When in my arms I held her folded, and kissing her lips as I thought no sin. And all of a sudden the door burst open, and a big rough man came thundering in. He says, "You damned infernal ruffian, how dare you lay your hands on me wife?" He began to give me such a beating, I feared to God he would take me life. Whack full the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack full the toor-a-loor, whack full the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack full the toor-a-loor. Oh, husband dear, bade him well, says she. He kissed me, squeezed me, and pulled me hair. I was the lad paid well for the day I spent with his wife at Carmen Fair. Now all young lads who want a bride of unknown females now beware. Mind the disgrace that happened to me in the damned deceitful Carmen Fair. Whack full the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack full the toor-a-loor, whack full the toor-a-loor, laddie, whack full the toor-a-loor.
And this is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes saying goodbye for another week. Please listen to our show again next week, and please listen to all the locally produced programming here at WTBR 89.7 Pittsfield Community Radio.
And I wish everybody to have a great week. Stay tuned into our show again next week, as we always say, and I hope everybody has a good week. Be good, be kind, and keep your Irish eyes a-smiling.
Gurama Ugat Ugastahi Shahugan.